I got an email today from the league. He was trying to explain that new rule about ducking your helmet on defense. How well do you understand that?
To my understanding, you can't duck your head when you're making a tackle, which is, it's going to happen. It's football, especially when it's a fast-paced game and, things happen in a matter of time. It's unfortunate that, the penalty is going to be called, but they're just trying to, make sure, people's health is first and foremost, and that, we just eliminate some of the head injuries and concussions and things like that.
Have the Browns put together film of last year's games to cite examples of you guys doing that?
No. I mean, it's leagues. They put out a tape and illustrate the proper way to tackle.
Can you remember a play where you said, "Oh, I probably did"?
I was actually on one of the highlight plays of the improper way to tackle, and there was a play in Indy, and the guy, he was going down, and I lowered my head, and they said that was an improper way to tackle. But we'll find a way to make sure that we're still playing at a fast pace and make sure we just keep our head out of it.
Did you remember the play?
I remember.
Could you have done it differently at the spur of the moment?
That's one of them questions that you really can't answer. You don't know. It was in the heat of the moment, and you're just trying to get a guy down. And, it just happened the way it did.
Is that something you think about out here when you're in full pads?
Well, obviously you don't want to just be sparing your teammates or whatever, but it's something that you kind of got to have conscious, but at the same time you don't want to slow yourself down. We all been tackling since we was kids, so we know the proper way to tackle. But like I said, it's football. Things are gonna happen. Hits are gonna happen that not intentionally, but it's the name of the game.
Did you get fined for that one last year? Sorry.
No.
Didn't catch it.
At the time, I honestly don't think it was a problem, but when they're really harping on the call, obviously they're gonna really look into, okay, was that leading to his helmet or not? So. But at the time, I didn't think it was like a dirty hit or anything like that.
Did they get input from you guys as to how the rule should be
No.
molded or anything? Would you like them to?
I mean, like I said, we all know football. We all know the proper ways of tackling, and they're sending out a message or a video to show us, okay, this is the way we want it, this is the way we don't want it. And obviously, just in the case they didn't call it in the game last year, but now they're saying that this is improper. So I think they give us a heads up on really what they want.
How much has the proper way to tackle changed from the day you learned how to tackle to now?
I mean, it didn't change much. I just think the league is seeing, the amounts of head injuries going on. They're just trying to make sure they keep us safe as possible.
Do you think that they're maybe trying to over-legislate? 'Cause sometimes you naturally, just instinctually, will tuck your head when you're getting ready to collide with someone. Do you worry that they're over-legislating some of it?
Yeah, at times. But then again, they're looking out for our well-being. But at the same time, as a defensive player, in the back of your head, you're like, okay, well, if I make this tackle, am I, a possibility of me getting kicked out of the game. So, I think it'll slow some players down, but at the same time, you just kind of got to just find a way to get through it. Especially, being a linebacker when you have a lot of collisions and things like that happen so fast. You just hope that, you don't get, a call that, can obviously hurt the team.
When Schobert was asked if anyone's playing up to the cameras of HBO, he mentioned your name. I'm wondering, are you having fun, or you're being yourself? Or
I'm always going to be myself with everything I do, wherever I'm at. I'm always be myself. Schobert, he's a camera guy too. They can follow him around. I think he's going to get into some acting after football is done.
Who's the guy that America's going to fall in love with when the show premieres?
Jamie Collins. No, I'm totally joking. We got a lot of good guys on the team. We got a lot of guys who have a lot of personality. David Njoku, Jabril Peppers, those guys, full of energy. So it's up to America really to choose who they really want to follow. So
I guess the real question is, who are we going to be surprised by with the personality?
surprised by. I don't think nobody is really acting out of character. I think what you see here daily, especially like here now and last year, guys are acting their self. There's nobody that's totally putting on a mask and acting totally different. There's nobody that's out there doing that. So like I said, a name of guys like Njoku, Peppers, those guys. I think that'd be the exciting guys.
We'll jab you through it. Njoku, when he was walking by, that would lead me to believe that you're not too worried about his state of mind.
No, I always mess with Njoku. A lot of players, we all just joke around and stuff. It's like a little inside joke with him about the jug machine. So we like to have fun.
Because Dorsey brought in so many new corners in the offseason. Have you been able to notice the change just in the first week full of practices?
A change in
like performance, like you feel like the secondary is better than it was?
I think we have more depth. We got a lot of guys that can, fill in the spot. Say a guy gets hurt. I'm 100% confident that next man in can get the job done. So I can say that's the difference between this year and the years prior is just that depth.
Have you gotten to know T.J. Carey much?
Yeah, and speaking of T.J. Carey, he's just walking right.
What's your early impression of him?
He's a hard worker. He's out there to make plays. He's a smart individual. He's been knowing the game for a while now, and I'm confident that he's going to go out there and be one of our great players for us this year. And you can see sparks on the field, and he's just staying learning the playbook and getting ready to get ready for week 1.
We talked to you last week. We talked about you didn't really know Denzel that well, didn't know his personality. Has he kind of come out of his shell at all, or has he just stayed that white guy?
He's doing things that rookies do. Is just just kind of keep quiet and just grind and just play hard and do everything he's asked to do, and he's doing an extremely well job. And I'm talking to him more and more. Like you said, it's his personality showing. When I have those conversations with him, he's opening up. But right now he's just focused. He's focused trying to get ready for this season and learn the playbook even more.
How you guys open him up a little bit? A couple jokes here and there, things like that, or just sparking conversation?
Just sparking conversation.
Shazier hit was one of the kind of poster hits that they're trying to avoid now with this new rule. When you watch that hit and seeing now what happened to Ryan, what were you thinking?
First,
Does that scare you at all?
First, that's Ryan is a good friend of mine, and I was just trying to make sure his well-being besides football, just how's he doing as a person, and I think that's something that all the guys across the league was just making sure that he was all right. Yes, it's a scary thing to see, and you never want to see somebody go down bad like that, and obviously our prayers are with him and his family, but as far as like playing the game, you got to still play at a high level. You got to keep going, and like I said, just you never want to see somebody go through that. But as far as for us, it's kind of one of those freak accidents, and you really can't work around that. It's one of those things that just happen.